Kip Maher again. I wanted to ask you, in Melania Trump's book, she voices support for abortion rights. Does that impact the way that you see this issue? And what state, among all the states, do you think has the best abortion policy in your view? And then quickly, if you could have a comment on Trump and Kemp meeting for the first time since 2020 today.
Yeah, so there was a lot there. Let me first briefly. I think Brian Kemp. I understand that he and the president have had some disagreements in the past, but they're on the same team to defeat Kamala Harris, and that's a very good thing. And all of us, whatever part of the Republican Party we came from, the primary is over. Let's get on the same team and bring common sense governance back to the American people. I'm glad to have Brian Kemp on that team. I'm thrilled to have, of course, Donald Trump on that team. I'm thrilled to have Bobby Kennedy on that team because the American people are sick of the BS. And by the way, I've been asked by some folks about, to comment on Liz Cheney. I think we just traded Liz Cheney for Tulsi Gabbard. That's the biggest upgrade in American politics, and I'm awfully happy about it. Now, you asked about the First Lady's abortion views. Look, I love Melania. I think she's a great wife to the president. She's been, I think, a great example of grace under an incredible amount of pressure. But Melania is entitled to her own views in the same way the people of Georgia are entitled to their own views. And I don't believe I have to attack or disagree or criticize anybody on this issue because our campaign is focused, again, on inflation, on securing the border, on making life more affordable, on bringing good jobs to the state of Georgia and the whole country. So, look, I think she's a smart person. I think she's going to express her views. She's entitled to do it. But it doesn't change how I talk about this issue or how the campaign talks about the issue. And then the final point I want to make here, just because I know that we're running short on time, and I want to look at my notes here because I want to make sure I get this website right. Write this all down if you can. SwampTheVoteUSA.com. SwampTheVoteUSA.com. Okay? I want you all to go to this website because here's the thing. We're never going to have the dishonest press. We're never going to have, of course, the Democrats telling the truth. But what we do have is people power in the United States of America. We have got the ability to get out there and person to person make our voices heard, but it's not going to happen unless we get out there and vote. Georgia has made some serious progress. Y'all passed a very common sense voter ID measure a few years ago. You remember that? By the way, speaking of Brian Kemp, thank you for signing that legislation. But I think we have an opportunity in the state of Georgia to not just win, but to win in a very big way. So what I'm going to ask you to do, and please take this to heart, is get out there. Not just get yourself to the polls, whether you're voting early, voting by mail, or voting on Election Day, try to get 9 people. If every single person gets 9 people to join them at the polls, I think that we are going to have a crushing victory in the state of Georgia, and we're going to make this country great again. So please, please remember, we're not just running this race because it's going to be fun to beat the Democrats, but it is going to be fun to beat the Democrats. My friends, trust me, I'm going to enjoy that. We're running this race because the American people have been failed by their government, and that has got to change. I want you all to see yourselves as fighters, as warriors, to give the great American people the government they deserve. They're not going to get it unless we get out there and vote and make Donald Trump the next president of the United States. Do your part. I'll keep doing mine. God bless you all. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.